Why are you watching this video? It's a previous Yasuo main with over 100 ranked games in gold to tell you his opinion about the strength of World's teams. So the only logical explanation is hell yes, I'm gonna watch this video so I will not end my picks in pickups. Let's go! We're gonna start this list off by the 8 weakest teams in my opinion, and we'll go through them very fast. At number 22 I got Legacy, and at number 21 I got Rainbow 7. They're both teams from 2 smaller regions. I don't expect to see a lot from them, but it will be interesting to see how they square up against the little bit of bigger teams in the play-ins. At number 20 we get PCS Talon, and you might ask me, well, Thomas, why didn't you put it in like the top 4 of the play-ins? Because, well, they kinda are in the top 4. Yes, but they got players who cannot play because of quarantine reasons. Meaning that, very sadly, they have to use different players, and that's just not gonna work. At number 19 we have Inns, the number 1 from Brazil. And the same thing goes for Rainbow 7 and Legacy. Brazil's a little bit better than them, but it's not gonna be great. V3 is Supermassive, same reason. I expect them to be a little bit better. They have a little bit more experience as well, so they will do something. And at number 16, we have Machi. And you're like, Machi? Wait, they are not even in the play-ins. That is right. They got first place, but I still think Machi isn't gonna do great. So yeah, unfortunately for them I put them at number 16, and number 15 we have Unicorns of Love. Unicorns of Love has been stomping Russia, like actually fucking stomping Russia, and we see them back at the World Championship. This team might be a dark horse. This team might actually be one of the 4 teams that makes it out of the play-ins. My number 14 is flyquest. Wait, what? I put flyquest below Team Liquid, even though they came in 2nd and Team Liquid came in 3rd? Yes! And the reason for that is experience. flyquest had a great run, and we finally see the return of Power of Evil and Ignar on the world scene, because everyone remembers the Misfits vs SKT match, and I hope they can do it again. Anyways, flyquest has come from far, but it's going to be a very hard road for them to succeed at Worlds. The player to watch here is Ignar. He actually can make or break their games. I want to see the old school Ignar Blitzcrank coming in for domination again, but if I'm honest, we'll probably just see his trash in Rakan the most. His Rakan is actually quite insane, and the engages he can find can be the game changer for flyquest. On number 13 we have Team Liquid. The champions of NA have fallen in an interesting year for Team Liquid. They try to be proactive by replacing Xmithy for Broxa, but Team Liquid dropped insanely hard in spring. In summer they refound their form, with Tactical getting more comfortable and Team Liquid showing signs of their old form again. However, I think Team Liquid is still a very coin flip team, and they can have high highs but also very low lows. So I am curious to see if we are going to see 2019 MSI TL or Spring 2020 TL. The player to watch out for is Jensen. Jensen has been consistent even when Team Liquid was desperately lost in the early season. His Twisted Fate with gigantic macro possibilities and his hyperscaling Azir are definitely going to be the go-to picks for Jensen, and therefore Team Liquid. On to number 12, Mad Lions. Mad had a crazy year and together with Rogue made upset after upset. It was actually insane to see them come up with innovative strats like the Senna Wukong bot lane and their super aggressive playstyle. They didn't care if your name was G2 or Fnatic and just played their own game, something I hope to see at Worlds from them as well. The players to look out for in this team is their bot lane combined. Carzzy and Kaiser proved themselves in their rookie year and are maybe the best European bot lane at the moment. At least they were for the majority of the split. Innovative picks from both of them, and Carzzy's insane Kalista is going to make an impact. Also, I really want to see more mad celebrations, so picks to watch out for are Carzzy's Ezreal and Kaiser's Wukong. I hope we see it. At number 11 we have TSM, the winner of the LCS! How? I think nobody expected TSM to win this year, defeating Cloud9, which was considered the best team in NA, for the deciding place of Worlds and proceeding to win every series after that. But can TSM make it out of groups? The hype around this man has never really died down, and I do have to give the most important player over to Bjergsen. He has a unique champion pool, and even though it aren't really carry champions like Akali, he is still in carry performance for his team. Bjergsen is the man that gets forgotten for like 30 minutes, says hi after that, and leads his team to the finish line. TSM might be the hope for NA, something which is exciting and yet terrifying. Look out for Zilean and Twisted Fate. And let's get into the top 10 with Rogue. Rogue is a newcomer to Worlds and they had a great run, especially in summer, locking in first place for Worlds after finishing on top of the leaderboard in the regular LEC split. They even put up a great fight against G2 in the semi-final of the playoffs, losing only with 3-2. Rogue never gets taken seriously despite their achievements, which is sad for them, but they do have great team cohesion, which leads to them being extremely good. The players to look out for in this team is Inspired. The Rogue jungler has consistently been the difference for his team, and with carry junglers like Hecarim, dominated the Rift for Rogue. Picks to look out for are Hecarim and Lilia. Don't sleep on the Lilia. Number 9, and I do this with pain in my heart, Fnatic. Fnatic has had their fair share of problems this year and had anything but a solid summer split. But it wouldn't be Fnatic if they didn't pull through magically in the playoffs and face G2 once again. That didn't end really well, 3-0 for G2, but Fnatic has hope again. A giant win condition on Fnatic would still be Reckless. Reckless was by far the most consistent player of Fnatic even when they lost their games. At this point, the problem Fnatic has is that they are not really playing as one unit, as mentioned by G2 coach Grabs. We have to see what Fnatic has to offer, but I still believe in the boys in orange. Picks to look out for are Ashe and Tristana. If we ever see it again in this Worlds, it's gonna be from Reckless. At number 8, LGD. Hold up, you put the Chinese 4 seed over all of NA and almost all of EU. Well, yes. Is it that weird? Even though LDG came in 4th in the LPL, they are still an amazing team and they could have easily been 3rd. China is just such a good region, especially this year, and I wouldn't be surprised that all Chinese teams will make it out of groups. I want to talk about Peanut. We all remember his outstanding run with Rox Tigers a few Worlds ago, and I believe in the return of Peanut in full glory this year. He has been performing greatly on Graves this year, but his Lee Sin is something he was known for. I expect him to pick up an Elise game or 2 as well, because both champions have a great impact early and that is what this man is good at. I can't wait to see him perform once more. Hey, small intermission. If you are really enjoying the video so far, make sure to subscribe down below, click on that like button. You help me out a ton and it only takes a small portion of your day. I really appreciate you watching and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Roll it! At number 7 we have GenG. The first Korean team on my list is GenG. Is GenG finally going to live up to the hype again with star players like Shoji and Ruler? I'm not so sure, to be honest. Although performing overall decently in Korea, GenG hasn't shown the best and cleanest team play we have seen from them in the past. They are mostly relying on their star players to make a difference. They do fall short against the likings of DragonX and Damwon, which we will come back later. The player to watch here is Ruler. Ruler is one of the best AD carries for a long time, and during the split he has shown some insane performances on especially Ashe. And remember that old Ruler Ezreal special? Yep, I can assure you, that's coming back in this Worlds. At number 6 we have Suning. Suning, the 3rd seed of the LPL and pretty unknown to a lot of people. They surprised friend and foe and surpassing IG, RNG and FPX this year and are here to make a stand. They don't have big popping names in their roster and that might be their strength. They play together and are very strong, especially since many people are underestimating them already. The player to watch is good old Sword Art. We have seen him perform with Flash rules many times and this time he might actually have a shot of getting far in the tournament. Can he live up to the expectations as he has done in the regular split? We're going to find out with his heavy engaged champions like Nautilus and Leona. Number 5, DragonX. DragonX are perhaps the only team in Korea who can moderately match Damwon, to which I come back later. And I say moderately because they still got swept. After 30 minutes of game time, it doesn't really matter how far you are ahead anymore because they are just so good at their champions that they run you down. It's a solid team that is going to make a major impact and might be a dark horse in taking down the clear top 4. Who we watching though? Chovy! He often gets put on Azir where he skills, carries and fights great engages for his team. A pick I am looking forward to see is his Sylas. He's dominating laning phases in solo queue and Sylas can be a make or break in his arsenal. I cannot wait to see him up against Knight in the mid lane next week. And now let's get into the top 4, and on number 4 we have G2 Esports. The most interesting year for G2 might have been this year, but for the wrong reasons. Yes, G2 won both splits. Yes, G2 is still the defending MSI champion. Yes, G2 will probably still be good. But G2 doesn't look as dominant as last year, so it's interesting to see how they will square up against the Chinese powerhouses. Why is this a segment again? Oh yeah, Caps is the carry for G2. Is there much to say about this? No. Caps just carried G2 throughout their summer split and won himself MVP of the split, and that's just fair. This man has insane performances and I really hope he gets some exciting mid lane matchups in this Worlds. Picks to look out for are Zoe and his LeBlanc. Number 3, and now it's getting interesting. Damwon. Many people will put this team at number 1 and it might very well end up to be like that. but Dom1 dominated Korea. The question is, are they gonna do that against the Chinese powerhouses? They dominated Korea so hard, but I still kind of question the actual strength of the LCK. But without doubt, Dom1 is looking to really stand up to the hype this year with two main great players, Showmaker and Nuguri. The player to watch though is Nuguri. Why not Showmaker? There are so many great mid laners, but top is not that widely named. Nuguri is on another level though, making plays with very aggressive lane dominant champions and stomping his opponent. Bripo even said that Nuguri is the kind of player he wants to play against every time. He has great mechanics, great knowledge, and he is also very aggressive. Look out for his Jace and Camille in this World Championship. And as you might have noticed, we have two teams left, and at number 2 I have Top Esports. Well, here we go again, another year of China dominance. China has surpassed all the other regions by far, and two relatively new teams are going to take over this year. Starting with Top Esports. They won the summer split against JD, but extremely close. Their team fighting, decision making and communication is working almost like a machine, and I don't see them giving away many opportunities to defeat them, let aside any opportunity at all. The player to watch in this team is Knight. Knight is insane. I would even say he might currently be on level with Faker's prime. His pool is great for the meta, he can adapt and he has great influence in all of his games. Look out for his carry picks. There are too many, but these are the two picks I want to see. And number 1, JD Gaming. Why did I put JD above TES, even though I think they are equally good? It is because of one reason and one reason only. Kanavi. Kanavi is by far the best jungler participating in Worlds this year, and I have them rated above TES because of the meta we are in. We are in a highly active jungle meta. Hecarim, Evelynn, Graves, Kha'Zix, the list goes on and on and on. With the mechanics and pathing this guy has, he can actually solo carry every game and have an extreme impact. And I think the only team that can really match this guy is Top Esports and maybe Dom1. These are the champions you want him to play. Well, this is my power ranking. I'm very curious to see if you agree with me, or if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, I really appreciate you all, and have fun watching Worlds. I'll see you all next time.